All right, so now let's talk about retracement. Okay, so we established that price goes up and down, right? Basically goes up and down. So we either in an uptrend or we are in a downtrend or we are stuck in a range, right? So we are stuck in a range, right? So these are the three possible market conditions. Okay, so now we said in the context of a trending environment. So we have when we're talking about retracements, they only happen in a trending environment. So this one or this one. So they can't happen in a range. Okay, so they can't happen in a ranging environment. Alright. So they happen in either uptrends or downtrends. Okay. So in uptrends, what we do is that we have impulses, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Alright. In a downtrend, the impulse are going down. Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Right? So anytime we correct, anytime the price is correcting, anytime we go, so let's say we are in an uptrend, anytime the price goes down, anytime the price goes against the trend, that means that is a retracement. Okay, so if the trend is upward, anytime we come down like this, anytime we come down, those are retracements. But if we are in a downtrend, anytime we go up, that is a retracement. That is a retracement. If we are going up, that's the retracement and it's an opportunity to sell. Alright, so an uptrend, when we have retracement, there are opportunities to buy. So a retracement can occur in many different ways. Alright, it can occur in many different ways. You may have a retracement that happens. Let's say we have an impulse, then we can have a simple one that just correct like this and we continue. We have another impulse. Retracement can also do like this, can just do anyhow, right? As long as we continue the trend, we regard it as a retracement. So and retracement can also look like this. We make a new one, then we correct like this. This move down here is still regarded as a retracement. So continue the trend again. We can have retracement in any form. Alright, so come down and continue going up. Alright, so all these moves that go down, all these moves that are going down, we call them retracements. We call them retracements. We call them retracements. Okay, so we call all these weaker move retracements. I can notice that the retracements don't usually have as much power as the impulse. Okay, they don't usually have as much power as the ones that are going up. All right, so that is another common characteristic of retracement. Not all the time, sha, but most times they don't usually have that much power behind them. Okay, so that's the difference between impulse and retracement. I think some of you are having concerns difference between retracement and inducement. Okay, inducement and retracement are the same thing. Okay, inducement is a form of retracement, so we can have price action going up, right? So once we come down and we take out somebody and we continue going up, that's simply an inducement. The inducement just managed to help us continue the complete sorry it helps us complete the retracement. Okay, so anything that just goes down, okay, but it doesn't change the trend by taking out a strong low, for example, that's if we're on an uptrend. So if it doesn't take out a strong low like this, it's simply a retracement. Okay, so I told you guys not to confuse yourself too much with inducement. Inducement can happen in several different ways. It can even happen like this. Okay, can happen like this in these all these guys. So once we go below all of them and still continue the trend, we consider that as an inducement that happened. Alright, we consider that as an inducement. Okay, so we'll talk more about inducement later, but just know that the inducement usually complete a retracement. So Inducement is just part of a retracement. It's something that happens as part of a retracement. Okay, so that's just basically it. Retracement is simply when we pull back. Okay, when we are correcting the trend. When we are correcting the trend, right? That's all retracement is. If you still have questions about retracement, ask on the group or go to YouTube and search more about retracement. Right? That is part of being an adult, being resourceful. Alright, so let's look at retracement on the chat before we end this conversation. Right? So go into the charts. Right? So here we have an impulse. We have this leg going up. Alright, so we have that. It went from down here to up here. All this thing that goes down a little bit, you can call it a consolidation, or you can call it, if you go down, if you go to the lower time frame, it is a retracement. But up here it looks like a consolidation, so let's just say it's a consolidation. Then we move up. So once we come down like this, that is a retracement. This movement coming down is a retracement. Okay, so we go up again and have an impulse. We have an impulse going up, we retrace. Okay, have another impulse, then we retrace again. So this retracement is very very big, so we're retracing for this whole up move. This whole up move, that is why we retrace here. All right, so that's why we retrace here. So that's the retracement of this entire upward move. So we start going again. Impulse, retracement, impulse, retracement, impulse, retracement. Then we retrace again. We have a very big retracement as well. Okay, so it even shows as if it's a new trend. Impulse, correction, impulse. But all this thing is just one correction of this entire move up. Alright, so this is one impulse, this is another retracement for the general move. Okay, so we now have impulse, correction, correction here, impulse, correction, impulse, then the price reversed by taking out this low. Right, so we reversed, and this reversal is occurring as a retracement of this entire upward move. Right, so from down here to up here is still just one wave on a higher time frame. Right, so this guy comes as a retracement of this entire area. Right, comes as a retracement of the entire area. Right, so that is simply um that's simply what a retracement is for you. Right, that's what a retracement is. Okay, that's what a retracement is. Okay, that is a retracement. So yeah, I'll end this one here.